G'day, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of our Rossoneri Roundup podcast. G'day to the one and only Shady. How are you, Shady?
Hi, Luke, you legend. How are you going?
I'm very well. I'm excited after a huge colossal win against Juve a few days ago. We said that was possibly our biggest match of the season. Coming away from that, is that our biggest win of the season, Shady?
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, we've got 3 more games to go though. Let's stay grounded. We could lose 2 games and just fall out the top 4. But yeah, what a win! What a win! What a statement! First win there. At the Juventus Stadium, at the Allianz Arena Stadium, and what a way to do it. I thought after we missed that penalty, after Casey missed the penalty, I was like, oh boy, there we go again. But I was wrong, and I'm happy that I was, because boy, oh boy, did we look good.
And all 3 of those goals were all just classics.
Yeah. 3 worldies. Yeah. So good. So good.
And I even think that last Tomori goal was like a dagger through the heart of Juve's. Just like, I don't know, it felt like, I mean, I don't want to make an announcement too early about this, but it felt like their reign, I mean, it's obviously they're not going to win this year, but it felt like a big changing moment.
A shift, yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's premature to say that for sure, but definitely I agree with you. Remember when we were talking the other day about our cycle or our era starting and theirs coming to an end, and they're obviously going to be renewing. We knew that this season was going to be like a period of change for them. I didn't anticipate their decline this season would be this like profound, I guess, but it kind of, you could see it coming. And I'm so happy that we've been able just to keep ascending. And you could really, I agree with you. It was like a pivotal moment in a sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, really good.
The one player I don't feel bad for him because he's still getting a lot of credit, but that Tomori goal kind of took a bit of shine away from Diaz and his performance.
I wouldn't say it took a bit of shine. Diaz did so well to be starting the first game since March, to do what he did, causing them trouble. I think it was the team effort as a whole was amazing. I really can't, say it was just one player. Everyone was great. Kessie was great. He bossed. I mean, penalty, okay. Yeah, well, penalty was a bit, it was almost careless going into it. But other than that, he really bossed the midfield. Benasser had a good game. Theo had a good the whole team was great. The whole team was great.
Absolutely. And I think particularly with Benasser, a little bit of talk about him being out of form and injury and all of that. And I think he even said after the game that it was his favorite win or game of the season. So
in the Milan. Yeah. True. Yeah. Calabria as well was massive. Yeah. I think Pirlo did us a favor as well, playing Chiesa on the left. Chiesa is like, if ever there was someone who's naturally born to be a right winger, it was Chiesa, and he caused us trouble when he played in that position in the first game at San Siro, and he played him on the left, which I'm happy he did, and I was surprised that he stuck with it in the second half as well. But make no mistake, credit to Calabria for keeping him quiet as well.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you think that win kind of shapes us going into the last few rounds, Shady?
Very, very, very important confidence booster. It's good. The players all remember how we were talking and saying these players need to do it for themselves, not even for us.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think they got that push, even psychological push. You saw everything around the club going into the game. The club's like social media accounts got a lot of our goals in Turin, including the matches we were talking about. And then Curva Sud Milano, and on the day, the legends that they are, the way that they were with the bus, and the way that Ibra was like, pumping them up a bit more. The pre-match, like the pep talk that Ibra gave before the game started, all of that. The players are, I feel personally, that they're starting to realize, we've got this in our hands. Let's not blow this away. We've done so well. Let's get over this slump that we've had, and let's just get the job done.
Yeah, a bit of that Milan classical traditional culture and identity just seeping in to the club.
Exactly.
And I guess people like Zlatan, even though he didn't have an impact on the score. He brings that, obviously, and the Kurvas would bring that. And yeah, you could really see that in the performance. And as you said, it wasn't just a one-player performance. It was really a team performance, which probably we've been missing over the last few months a bit too much.
Definitely.
And it was a return to that kind of first half of the season way where it was really a full team performance and win. So, yeah, pretty amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And everything, I think it was Pioli handled the game very well.
Yep.
Again, I'm still, I mean, I don't understand why maybe Tonali couldn't have come on as opposed to Miete, for example, but I mean, he's the coach. He calls the shots. I think Tonali would have been able to hold on to the ball in the second half, and he's a very quick player as well.
Yep.
So we could have really exploited some of those spaces, and his decision making is really good. He's got good vision. So I mean, that's my 2 cents. But overall, he handled the game ever so well.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it relieves a bit of pressure that has been kind of going around Pioli over the last few weeks. So yeah, I think it's an overall good thing, obviously, for the club. And importantly, it puts us back lifts us up into third place on 72 points. Napoli is kind of biting at our heels still at 70. And then Juve down a little bit further on 69 in fifth place. So yeah, obviously it's still a huge 3 games to come. And our next step is Torino away.
Yeah, tricky one. Just one last point on the Juve game. It's a good thing, which has been said a few times. It's a good thing we held on to the 3-0 because it's effectively we've got a 4-point difference between us and Juventus, so 3 points in reality. But the head-to-head is in our favor, so that's like a point in our favor. So yeah, that's just a good thing. It's a good thing we held on to that, especially with those. There were a few corners at the end of the game. I was like, oh come on, let's not concede. Yeah, thankfully we were able to keep the clean sheet.
Yeah.
Sorry, Torino game. Back to Turin. Another must-win game in Turin. Another good team. Perhaps on paper not as good as Juventus, but definitely in their own right a very dangerous team. Some very dangerous players. Belotti, I mean, needs no introduction, and they've just got a good team in general. And they seem to be having an all right patch. I mean, perhaps not 100% consistent, but their results definitely in the second half of the season have not been that bad. So yeah, we need to be alert and get the job done.
Yeah, as you said, I mean, 2 wins, 2 draws from the last 5, and a handy win against Roma 3-1 a few weeks ago, or a few matches ago. Going back to the away, that it's an away game, I couldn't believe that out of from this season, we've won 14 out of 17 away games and 10 out of 18 home games. Yeah. So keep us out of the San Siro for the last few rounds, I think.
Yeah, well, we've only got the Cagliari game at home, and then so it's Torino, then Cagliari home, then go to Atalanta. I hope by the time we get to the Atalanta game, we're not relying on that result. I hope it's just a case of playing for second, which is fine, and we'll go for it, obviously. But I hope that by then, mathematically, we'll have secured it. I hope. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Hey, so we're missing Zlatan and Salamakers. Do you think that'll be of big importance to our lead up and match?
To an extent, I think probably Rebic, while he's on this hot streak of form, he should start up front. Hopefully, give Diaz the nod again, just off the left wing, and then he can slide into the middle, cut back into the middle. And in my mind, Diogo Dalot will probably play like as a winger, and he's shown that he can do it. I hope that's the case. I hope he gets the nod. So yes, it make a bit of difference definitely, but hopefully nothing too significant.
Yeah, you wouldn't put Leao into the starting lineup?
I'd bring him on in the second half.
Yeah,
I'd bring him on in the second half.
And we've spoken about that he can be that kind of influential player that comes on with that speed and
definitely.
And dribbling skill in the second half.
Yeah.
So definitely agree. Predictions?
For the Torino game, I would say a 3-1 win.
Oh, nice. I'm going to stick with what I said last week, a 2-0 win. Actually,
Nice.
I said 1-0 last week. I'll say 2-0 this
1-0.
week. Yeah, 2-0 this week.
All
Who are
right,
you expecting them from?
3-1. I think Rebic will get one. I think Çalhanoğlu will get one, and maybe Kessie will get the third.
Yeah, I'll agree with them, but maybe no Kessie goal.
Okay.
I think Rebic is, when he's on fire, he's on fire. So stick with him.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope he's having that streak. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. The last thing we can end with. There's one more thing we've got to speak about, of course. But how important, we're obviously within tasting range of making that Champions League spot. How important to the club? Obviously, Champions League is a big part of our identity, but how important is it for next season?
Oh, it's massive. Makes a world of difference. I think in terms of the stability of the club, in terms of being able to attract good talent, a lot of players are going to think about, are they playing the Champions League or not? I mean, for us personally, we'd support the team no matter what. It doesn't matter. Well, but I mean, for some players, unfortunately, they look at it like from a professional point of view. They're like, we have a short career, we need to maximize it.
Yeah.
And yeah, they'll be looking at that. So definitely that, but also the revenue and stability it will bring the club, provided UEFA doesn't sanction us. Yeah, definitely would make a big difference. It would be a massive difference.
Yeah, huge. And I guess the one thing that we wanted to speak about now is the new shirt design. And lucky for me and everyone that's watching or listening, we have probably one of the most knowledgeable people going around on Milan shirt designs in New Shady. So what can you tell us about this new shirt design? What do you think?
That's all right. Look, I mean, at first glance, I'm not blown away by it. I think there's too much red, and I think when we were talking just right now, you were telling me, and I tend to agree with you, that the fact that the stripes aren't like even, you've got the big stripe in the middle. It reminds me a bit of, as we were saying earlier, it reminds me a bit of the 2005-2006 shirts. The one with the Zafira, like Opel Zafira, like sponsor. That was Shevchenko's last season with us.
Yep.
We had a good season. We crashed out the Champions League semi-final to Barcelona, and we lost the league to Juventus. It was the season, obviously, with the Calciopoli scandal.
Yep.
We lost it to Juventus at the very end of the league. It was a good shirt, but yeah. And I've seen from the photo shoot I saw, it looks like black shorts, and yeah, we've done that a few times. Personally, my 2 cents, I usually like it when we have white for the home kit. I like it when we have white shorts. It's a silly detail, I guess. Looks good. I think it'll be an acquired taste for all of us. I think it'll grow on us, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But not an instant hit. But I'm probably going to end up getting it.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you could go back and watch our video or podcast from months and months ago when this season's shirt came out, you'd see me saying that I really didn't like it. And I've ended up actually, I really like it now. So I think I agree that when I saw it on the players, it looked a lot better. I hated when all the leaked designs a week or two came out. I hated it completely. It looked a little bit better on the players, but I'm still not completely convinced. And I think I'll have to see it actually on the pitch before I make a proper judgment. But yeah, the stripes I don't like. But
yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anything like that 05-06 season, that'd be nice. And the season after, we can win the Champions League.
Yeah, but we want to win some silverware next season either way. We need to start winning something, even if it's just the Copa even, but we need to start winning. Hopefully we'll win the league.
Yeah.
And we'll see how far, fingers crossed, we get to the Champions League and see how far we go. But yeah, it'd be good to get some silverware, definitely.
Yeah. Well, before any silverware, let's hope for a Torino win on
let's beat Torino midweek.
Yeah, exactly. Let's focus back.
We're dreaming of like Champions League finals, and we haven't even made the bloody top 4 yet. For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll look to that Thursday morning, 4:45.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see you all next week and speak to you then, Shady.
Look forward to it. Cheers,
As
man. Look
always,
forward to it.
it's been amazing.
Forza Milan.
Yeah, Forza Milan,
Yeah.
and let's see a win.